Hi guys, today let's continue with our look into the Tao Te Ching. Chapter 7. The Tao is everlasting. The Tao is everlasting. It does not fade away. It is unchanging and eternal. The Tao is the source of all things, but it never holds on to them. It is the mother of the universe, but it is not possessive. The Tao does not desire, it just is. The wise person understands the Tao and lives by its principles. They do not act out of selfishness or desire, but instead act with humility and gentleness. They let go of control and allow things to unfold naturally. In this way, they remain connected to the Tao. Their actions are effortless and in harmony with the world around them. The Tao is like the water that nourishes all things. It flows gently, but with great power. It nurtures and sustains life without seeking anything in return. The wise person is like water, humble, nurturing, and constant. They do not seek recognition or praise, but their actions speak volumes. To follow the Tao is to be in tune with the natural flow of life. It is to act in alignment with the universe, to live without force or struggle. The Tao is everywhere, in all things at all times. It is the unseen force that binds everything together. In this chapter, the Tao Te Ching teaches us about the eternal nature of the Tao. The Tao is not something that can be possessed or controlled. It simply is. It flows through everything and sustains all life, yet it asks for nothing in return. In fact, the Tao's power lies in its non-interference and humility. The comparison to water is a powerful one. Water is soft and yielding, yet it has the ability to shape mountains over time. This is the same way the Tao works in the world. It doesn't force or strive, but it quietly and gently nurtures and transforms everything it touches. The wise person, according to Lao Tzu, understands this and lives their life in accordance with the Tao. They don't seek power or recognition. Instead, they act naturally, humbly, and without attachment. Their actions are in harmony with the world around them, and by letting go of control, they allow life to unfold as it is meant to. This chapter reminds us to embrace humility and to let go of our need for control. It encourages us to live with the same effortless grace as the Tao, allowing things to happen naturally without resistance. Chapter 8. The virtue of water. The best of the best is like water. Water benefits all things without competing with them. It flows into the lowest places which others disdain. Thus, it is like the Tao. In dwelling, be close to the earth. In dealing with others, be gentle and kind. In speech, be truthful. In ruling, be just. In work, be competent. In action, be timely. No fight, no competition. And yet, nothing is impossible. The wise person knows that the virtue of water lies in its humility. Water does not seek to control, it simply flows and nourishes all things. It takes the shape of whatever container it is put into, and yet it is never diminished. Its strength lies in its adaptability and patience. The Tao is like water in that it gives life without taking credit. It does not force itself on others. It simply exists and provides. When we follow the Tao, we embody this same gentle power, humble, patient, and capable of great strength, without needing to exert force. In this chapter, Lao Tzu compares the Tao to water, which is perhaps one of the most profound and enduring metaphors in the Tao Te Ching. Water has no ego, it simply is. It is humble, fluid, and adaptable. It nurtures everything it touches without seeking anything in return. It doesn't fight or compete, yet it has the power to shape mountains over time. By comparing the Tao to water, Lao Tzu teaches us the importance of humility and non-resistance. The wise person, like water, does not try to dominate or control. They act with gentleness, adaptability, and patience. They do not force their will upon others, but instead they let things unfold naturally in harmony with the world around them. This is a powerful lesson for us in a world that often prizes competition, force, and control. The Tao Te Ching invites us to consider the power of humility, the strength of gentleness, and the wisdom of letting go. Just as water flows into the lowest places, the wise person does not seek the spotlight or glory. Instead, they find their power in their humility and their ability to adapt. Chapter 9. The Dangers of Excess. Hold on to the edge of the cup, and it will be enough. When you have filled the cup to the brim, stop. If you keep pouring, it will spill. Therefore, be careful in action and watch your words. One who has too much of anything may spoil it. To grasp too tightly can lead to loss. Everything has its limits. Know when to stop. When you know when to stop, you will avoid danger. The wise person understands the balance between striving and surrender. They know when to act and when to let go. They are careful with their energy, knowing that excessive force only leads to destruction. In Chapter 9, Lao Tzu warns against excess. It is easy to get caught up in the idea that more is better, but this chapter reminds us that there is such a thing as too much. When we hold on to things too tightly or push too hard, we risk losing them. Just as the cup overflows if we keep pouring, our lives become unbalanced when we keep grasping for more. The lesson here is about moderation. The wise person knows when to stop, when to let go, and when to simply be. They understand the importance of balance and the dangers of excess, whether it be in work, relationships, or desires. This chapter encourages us to approach life with wisdom and restraint. Rather than constantly seeking more, it teaches us the importance of knowing when to step back, take a breath, and appreciate what we already have. In this way, we preserve our energy and avoid unnecessary struggle. Chapter 10. Nurturing the Spirit. Can you hold the spirit of the child? Can you cleanse the mind of distractions? Can you let your body be as supple as a newborn's? Can you embrace simplicity? The wise person nurtures the spirit without interference. They allow the body to rest in its natural state and the mind to return to its purest form. They do not strive to control, but instead let things be as they are. They are in tune with the rhythm of life, flowing effortlessly from one moment to the next. Chapter 10 of the Tao Te Ching asks us to reconnect with the natural purity of the body and mind. It invites us to embrace simplicity and childlike wonder. Children are naturally in touch with their instincts and feelings, unburdened by the complexities of the world. Lao Tzu suggests that we can learn from this natural state, returning to a place of simplicity and stillness. The wise person, according to Lao Tzu, does not try to force or control their spirit. Instead, they nurture it, allowing it to flow naturally. This chapter reminds us that we can't control everything, but we can make space for the natural flow of life. By embracing simplicity, we allow ourselves to be more present, and more in tune with the rhythms of the universe. Final commentary: the Tao Te Ching is filled with wisdom that challenges us to reconsider our approach to life. Lao Tzu teaches us to embrace humility, moderation, and simplicity. Through the imagery of water, excess, and childlike purity, we are reminded that the most powerful things in life are often the most effortless. We do not need to force or control. Instead, we should flow with the current of life, acting in harmony with the world around us. By following the principles of the Tao Te Ching, we learn to live more peacefully, more gently, and more authentically. The wise person, in Lao Tzu's view, does not seek fame, wealth, or power. Instead, they focus on inner balance, moderation, and the cultivation of virtue. In doing so, they become one with the Tao, the eternal flow of life itself.